Hi guys, my name's Danny. In this video I'm going to show you how to look like this. This is just a really simple, straightforward, infected zombie for Halloween. If you do enjoy the video, then remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and if you want to see how to recreate this, then stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is to put down a base. So for this, what I'm going to use is the Kryolan corpse wheel. I'm going to use the light green colour here all over my face, and then I'm going to use the blue just to darken it up and start hollowing out some of the features. Okay, so now that you've got the green on, we can start hollowing out the features. So for this, I'm going to use the same sponge that I was using with the green and take a little bit of that blue colour. Now with this, I'm just going to run this down the cheekbones, just really roughly at the moment. It'll all blend out. Just do that down both sides. Just the temples. Take that down the sides of the forehead as well. Along the jawbone. And down the nose. And under the eyes. Okay, so once you've got all the lines on, you can then just blend them out using the same brush that you were using for the green. Basically just blend all the colours together. You want to blend the cheekbones down. Just blend the jawbone along, underneath the lip. Take the colour underneath the eyes and around. Just really roughly, it doesn't have to be neat at this point. The forehead. And the temples. Okay, so once that's done, you want to powder it just to set the makeup. So for this, I'm using Ben 9 Neutral Set Translucent Powder. Just press it all over the face just to set all the makeup in. Okay, so now I've got a really rough base on. What I want to do is to put some colour on where I'm going to put the bruises and where the blood's going to come from. So for this I'm using, again, the corpse wheel. I'm just going to use the light brown shades down at the bottom here. And I'm also going to use the Kryolan Bruise wheel. So for this I'm just going to use some of the greens and the purples, just to basically add a bit more colour. Once obviously that's on, towards the end we're going to be adding fake blood, so hopefully it's going to give a nice base of a bruise or make it look like I've been hit with something. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the yellow colour using the bruise wheel, and I'm actually going to use a stippling sponge just to apply that. I'm just going to apply it very randomly at the top of my forehead, just to add a bit of texture. And take that colour around. Just like that. Okay, and then once I've done that, I'll add a bit of the green. Just in the centre. And blend it outwards. I'm going to take a small amount of the purple and apply that very centrally. Blend it out. And then I'm going to take the reddy brown shade and do the same. Apply it to the centre and blend it out. Okay, and then just blend the edges of the bruise out with a brush, and then just go back in and stipple. Okay, just by blending that in at the sides, it's just going to help add a bit more colour and irritation. Okay, so we have just a very rough bruise to start off with. And now I'm just going to powder the bruise. Okay, so now that you've got, well, the beginnings of a bruise on your face, what you want to move on to is just the eyes. So I'm using the Kryolan bruise wheel again, and I'm going to use the reddy brown colour and the purple. I'm just going to basically make my eyes look really, really tired and sunken in. I'm also going to add a little bit of this dark bluey purple colour here just to the inner corner of my eyes and blend everything underneath. So next what I want to do is just take a black eyeshadow, this is Carbon by MAC, and just basically run it all along the top of the eyes and just make everything really dark. Go over all of the colours that you just put on the top, blend it down to the eyelid and take it quite far out. And then just blend it in together. And now I'm just going to take a little bit more Carbon by MAC and just add it into the corners here, and then just drag the colour up to give it a really angry furrowed brow. Just going to add a few more wrinkles into the nose. If you scrunch your face up, you can see where you need to apply the lines. Okay, now I'm just going to take my Sleek contour kit and use the darker shade and just contour in the cheekbones. So just where we put the base on before, just run that down. Just mainly concentrating it at the top part towards the ear. Okay, and then taking the Carbon by MAC, I'm just going to add a little bit of black towards the top part again. And then taking a clean 217, just blend that down. Okay, and then just shade in the temple. Just again using a little bit of Carbon. And just blend it all together using a clean 217. Now I'm just going to add some veins as well, just to this look. So for this I'm using, again, the corpse wheel, and I'm going to use the dark reddy brown again, just with a really fine brush. Just apply some of that around the eyes. I'm just going to run this down in random patterns. And repeat to the other eye. Okay, so now you've just got a few very light veins underneath the skin. What you want to do is you want to start putting on some big blue veins. So I'm going to use the blue colours here and basically mix them together to create a vein colour, and then just apply these in some areas. I'm going to apply one right here, for example, run the colour down and make it look like a big vein. Okay, so once you're happy with just putting on the veins, what you want to do is move on to the really gross fun bit, and this is just creating the spots. So I'm going to use the yellow colour out of the Bruise wheel just to put down where I want the spots to be. So I'm just going to basically work from the outer corner of the mouth and work up the side of my face. Okay, so now I'm just going to use the pale colour here in the corpse wheel, just this top colour. I'm just going to use that and basically apply it to the centre of all these yellow spots just to make it look really gross and pussy. Just blend those colours together. Okay, then using a light grey eyeshadow, you just want to start to shade underneath each one of the spots. Okay, and then just to add a bit of highlight, what I'm going to use is Snazaroo Clown White and just basically put this on the very centre in one dot of each spot. Okay, now I just want to add a very small amount of red just around each one of the spots to make it look very sore and irritated. So just using, again, the same clean brush, and I'm going to use the same browny red shade that I've been using for the eyes and the rest of the details, and just literally place a small amount of it just around and in between each one of the spots. And then just blend those colours out using a clean brush. Okay, and for the lips, just use again the same colour that you were using earlier, the brown, and put it right on the inside of your lip. Okay, so the next thing you want to move on to is doing the fake blood. So for this, I'm going to use Nye Thick Blood, which is just a really thick, coagulated, jelly almost. So what I'm going to do is use a spatula and just take out a small amount of this and actually apply it to the centre of the bruise. Okay, and I'm also going to apply this down this side of the mouth. Then I'm going to apply a thick layer of this down the side of my neck here, and then I'm going to create some scratch marks going through it. Okay, and now you just want to apply some regular fake blood that you can get from any sort of costume shop and just let it run. Okay, so once you've got all the blood on and you're looking really gross, what you want to do is take a clear lip gloss. So I'm actually using OCC's Lip Tar, the primer, and basically apply this over the top of each one of these spots. It's just going to make it look really shiny and gross and kind of make it look a little bit more realistic. Okay, so the look is nearly complete. What I'm going to do now is apply a pair of white mesh contact lenses, which I got from justessentials.com. The link's in the description bar below. And I'm also just going to apply some tooth enamel. So I'm just going to try and make my teeth look really gross and zombie-like. And once I've done that, I'll be right back. There you go, guys, the finished look. So yeah, I've done the tooth enamel and popped in the contacts. You have no idea how much I want to brush my teeth right now. But yeah, so once you've done that, you're done. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.